What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Tron Bull today, TBULL. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, you guys. It is the 21st of May today. We're up about 2% on the day after yesterday's 6% downside. I'm very happy with yesterday's price action. I think that red day was necessary in order to give us what is ultimately going to be a bullish kind of eruption of price action here over the coming days, right? What we did since since Monday last week, the 12th, is we got in the overbought zone and we never left. We've just stayed there. And that's okay. You can stay overbought and then break out and from your overbought zone still be moving up. Like, that's fine. But generally speaking, you want to, whenever you break out, you want to start from a place that's not in the overbought zone, that's not hot on the indicators, right? And when you're overbought, you're hot. And you don't want to do that, because if you move up while you're already hot, that kind of limits your ability to move up higher in a shorter amount of time without consolidating. And that's all we've done here is consolidate, right? We've consolidated and consolidated, tried to move up higher while we're hot, and we just couldn't do it. Now that we've cooled off, we've had 2 red days in a row. Today's a green day. We've actually gotten out of the overbought zone. And this might not seem that significant, but let me just show you how significant it is, in fact. Let me show you how very significant it is indeed. This low, I don't think anybody would disagree, is lower than this low, right? Absolutely. Absolutely it is. You can see it with your eyes right there, plain as day. Lower low in the RSI. That low right there from the price was all the way back here. So it's a higher low there. That's hidden bullish divergence. But this isn't what I'm trying to show you. But that is a good thing. That is a good thing in itself. What I'm trying to show you is this low that we're at here is below this low, which was all the way down here. When we finally made our move up in the RSI to getting overbought, even just this little bit into the overbought zone, that resulted in a move overall that was 50%, right? From a place that was higher in the RSI than what we've bounced off of today, okay? When we were at this exact level in the RSI, that was Friday. That was on Friday, which was all the way here on this price right here. In other words, the last time that we were at this exact level in the RSI was when we were all the way down here. Right? Look at what this little bit of extra movement going from 64 up to 78 did. That gave you an overall from a closing point, from that same level in the RSI to what you saw a week later, 57% in growth. And right now, we're not expecting that the RSI stops here at a lower high. We're not expecting that it gets a double top. We're expecting a further drive, something that's going to take us to the 90s, at least 85 or higher. That's what we're expecting. We're expecting a stronger read in the RSI. So a stronger reading, starting from a weaker reading, will likely produce a bigger move, right? From the closing point of yesterday, taking it from the same perspective, we moved up 57%. 57% is here. We're probably not going to do that. We're probably going to grow a lot more than that in a very, very short amount of time by the end of this month, if not by the end of this week, you guys. And what's happening here effectively is any kind of breakout. I don't care if it's 90%. I don't care if it's 500%. I don't care if it's 40%. Any kind of breakout from here will validate the notion that we have broken out of this consolidation phase already. We have. Last week, we broke out. We closed. This week, we back tested and we found support. Let me show you. Let me just do this again real quick. Right? Resistance here. Look at that. This week, yesterday, today, that pullback that we had, all that was back testing our weekly resistance line after last week broke out. We already broke out here. We've back tested it, and now we're ready to run. If we're running, what are we running towards? Well, likely we're running towards some kind of retracement of this overall phase down from a high to a low. My expectation would be that we're running up to about 1 cent. If not 1.3 cents. We're at 0.00. We're not even at half a cent now. And when TBULL moves, it's a meme coin. It could be an hour. That was the weakest snap ever. It could be I can't snap. That's okay. Whatever. My hands are a little sweaty, but whatever. I'm used to louder snaps, man. I guess it's something I'm self-conscious about, apparently. I should get a t-shirt. You can't snap your fingers. Oh my goodness. What was I saying here? This is a meme coin. It can move up like that, man. It can literally move up just like that. You know, there we go. That was a better one. 153% could happen by tomorrow. It could happen by the end of the next day. You know, 153%, that's just the minimum target at your golden ratio there. You really could, because it's a meme coin, because you've been pent up now since February 3rd, you really could exact your bullish revenge on the bears and move all the way up to 1.6 cents, maybe move all the way up to 2.2 cents. These are all targets that could be achieved by the end of May, let alone as to what you're going to do after May, right? By the end of June, over the next month, I'm anticipating you'll see dramatically higher targets. Your minimum target from the current price at 00411, the minimum target is about a 15.6x. The minimum target is about a 15.6x by the end of June. Maximum target could be as much as like a 40x, 41x. And who knows, man? This is a low enough market cap coin. We're at like 4.4 billion, right, with TBULL. If some big stuff happens with Tron, who's to say that we couldn't, by the end of June, see something that's just truly miraculous, like truly, truly miraculous. You know, I really do believe that in time, TBULL, I know that everybody's saying $1. It might happen. It might not happen, but there are targets up there that agree with that. 2272 is not an uncommon area for cryptos to achieve when it comes to cycle ending dynamics, especially when we take all-time high to all-time lows into consideration. This is a pretty new chart, but still, it's no coincidence that this like 300x move up above $1. It wouldn't surprise me if we went to like $1.20, $1.30 actually by the end of this cycle. Like you really could. You're at such a low market cap, man. You know, 100x from here would put you at $400 million in market cap. $410 million. A 100x is at 410. A 300x would then be basically $1.3 billion, $1.2 billion, somewhere around there. You know what I mean? That's not asking the world. I'm not asking the world of you. I was about to say Toshi, Tron Bull. I'm just asking you to make some headway, get around $1 billion in market cap, which is there's a lot of meme coins out there that do this. And this thing I think has some potential. It really does have some potential, but we'll see. We'll see, man. Maybe it never gets there. Maybe it only it only does a 100x and we stop here between 36 and 49 cents. I don't know, but I am expecting big things out of this. And that's later in the cycle, right? That's not by the end of June. I mean, maybe. You never know. We could see some crazy stuff happen by the end of June. But by the end of June, I'm more thinking 17 cents to 65 or 6.5 cents, which that's pretty crazy in itself. As we go later in the cycle, we'll progress to those higher targets. But it's starting now. Understand, if you're looking at TBULL and you're thinking, I'm just going to wait for it to break out. I'm going to wait for it to make a decision. It's consolidating right now. I want to see, is it going to go lower? If it goes lower, I'll buy more. Is it going to go higher? Okay, if it's breaking out, then I'll buy more. Understand, that's only a perspective that's offered by the daily time frame. You look at the 3-day time frame, we're breaking out now. You look at the weekly time frame, we've broken out as of last week. We're breaking out right now. So the time to acquire TBULL is closing, essentially. That window is closing, and we're about to rip. I really do believe that at a minimum, at a bare minimum, we're going to stop at 1 cent. Likely, though, by the end of May, we won't just be at 1 cent. We'll be a lot higher than that. We'll probably be at like 1.7 cents or more, but time will tell. I'm expecting big things out of this. I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. There was one more thing that I wanted to talk about, and I'm forgetting what it was. I don't know, man. I'm just very happy with this RSI coming out like this. Oh, maybe it was on the 4-hour time frame. Maybe it was. Let's see. Lower lows throughout the 4-hour, higher lows throughout here. Yeah, that's pretty damn bullish. Finding support at prior resistance. We've already gone over that. That's pretty bullish as well. 1-hour time frame can't even get oversold, but you get overbought, no problem. Not a whole lot going off of the shorter term time frames, but the 4-hour does look ready to go. I mean, once we get back above this 50, really once we get above the 60, that's when it's time to go. So it might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but sometime soon enough over the coming days. I mean, if not tomorrow, we'll be moving back up to the upside here. And I would expect that when we get a day to close in the overbought zone with the RSI, that'll be the ignition, the kickoff, the point of which we don't return back to this area or anywhere near this area for a very long time. I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.